Okay.
You got real hot real quick.
I know. We gotta be. I'm sweating under this blanket. Okay, what were you saying? There's something.
Get out of here.
Are you ready?
Okay.
These are always awkward.
Yep.
I don't know why.
Because we're people.
Okay. Hi.
Hi.
We're starting off so bad already.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Hi, I'm Cherith. Oh, I don't need to clap.
Nope, that's fine now. Hi.
Hi. We can never get this right.
You know, it's one of those things where everyone...
If someone was sitting right in front of me, it wouldn't be... Well, I mean, lately it's been a little difficult.
Yeah.
Picture mustache.
Oh my God, what happened?
It's kind of zany.
Ooh, let's face it, it's always zany.
Hi, I'm Cherith.
Hi, I'm Christian.
And we are House of
Eades.
Eades. Oh, we said it at the same time.
Yeah, look at that.
That was good timing.
Okay.
We didn't even do it on purpose.
Look at that.
If you're just joining us, like we said, we are House of Eades. Christian and I have been married for 7.5 years. We have been going through the IVF journey on our journey to baby Eades. And last month, I went back to Nashville
Yes.
with my mom to take another shot at the egg retrieval. If you missed the story from our first trip to Nashville, which was in June,
Why?
which was in July. Wait, what?
Yeah,
What month is it?
It's currently September. It's
Okay.
about to be October.
Okay, so if you missed if you missed the story about our first trip to Nashville in July for our first egg retrieval, it was absolutely nuts, so incredible. I was supposed to have surgery because they found a giant cyst on my left ovary. They brought me in for surgery and the cyst was gone. God supernaturally healed it. It was incredible. So we went back last month, August, my mom and I, and I started medications, started injections. I did 37 shots in 9 days, and we got the green light. I went in for my egg retrieval surgery.
Can we just pause for a second? For those of you, you're going to be watching this at home. So we're not going to hear you do it, but I just want to give my wife an applause. And so if you want to join me with that, you can. But 37 shots in, you said 9 days?
9 days.
We're so proud of you. Way to go. You just make us so proud. Wow.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Great job, then.
Thank you. I mean, I feel like that's pretty great. Okay, so anyways, thank you.
And the crowd goes wild.
Thank you. That was really nice.
Yeah.
Okay, so 37 shots, 9 days, went in for my egg retrieval surgery. I was really struggling with the fact that Christian was not there with me. That was super, super tough, super difficult. But I was able to FaceTime him before I went in for surgery. So I go in for surgery.
That was actually really cool too, because I was at work and I knew it was the egg retrieval day, and like my job is at Starbucks, and mornings are like crazy at Starbucks because that's where everybody goes first thing. You leave your house, you go to Starbucks, then you go wherever else you're going. So the fact that I actually got a break literally as she was getting prepped for the surgery, I was able to FaceTime her and just like say, hey, I love you, I'm proud of you, it's gonna go great, all of that stuff. It was
Pray
literally
with
like it was literally like a minute like FaceTime.
Yeah.
But it was awesome because we just got to do that, and God worked out the timing for that. It was really cool. I was really happy that I got to see you and talk to you right before it happened. The fact that I got a break at work and it was the exact moment that you were like in a transition spot that you could stop, and you were already in your gown and your shower cap and all that stuff. And
Shower cap. My surgical scrubs.
yeah, sure. That's what it's called. Yeah.
Okay, so by the time I was going in for surgery, I had 18 follicles is what they had counted on my last ultrasound. So they were expecting that we might get eggs out of like maybe half of those. So I go in for surgery, I get out of surgery, I wake up, I couldn't believe that the surgery had already happened. I was just in shock that it had happened. So I woke up and they tell me that when they got in there, I had 26 follicles. So 8 more, right? Quick math is not my strong suit.
Yeah, that's okay.
Okay.
Hey, you did right.
8 more than they thought. And then if you watch our last video, at the very end, we got the phone call that they were able to retrieve 23 eggs.
Woo!
21 of them were mature, which meant that there were 21 eggs that they were able to try and fertilize. They fertilized the 21 eggs. 10 of them made it through the first day. And then they go through a process trying to get to blastocyst, which basically means it's a process where the cells multiply to a certain point and make it to 5 days through this process. So when we got that call, the embryologist said that she would call us 6 days later to let us know how many embryos we actually ended up with. And then that number would be how many they would be sending cells off to do all of the genetic testing and all of that.
Right.
If you also didn't know this about our story, Christian and I have only been able to conceive twice, and both times we lost the babies. And so that is why we are going through IVF, because quite a few things actually, after it was all said and done, were not working properly in our bodies to conceive and for the baby to thrive and grow. And so they wanted to do this genetic testing on the embryos to make sure that the embryos were normal. They test them for all kinds of chromosomal and cellular diseases and issues that they might have. And so we waited patiently for those 6 days, and the embryologist called us, and what did she say?
Okay, so I'm calling to update you on your embryo. So today's day 6, and we were monitoring 10 of them to see if anything could be biopsied and frozen by today.
Okay.
I was able to biopsy and freeze a total of 6 embryos this cycle.
Okay, great.
Yeah, you did really well. So you have 6 embryos that are frozen, and I biopsied the cells, and those cells, the biopsied cells, will be sent out to the genetics lab tomorrow.
Okay.
And usually results should be available in approximately 2 weeks.
Okay, that sounds great. Thank you so much for your help, Roseanne. We really appreciate you.
You're very welcome. You have a good day.
Thank you, you as well.
Okay, thank you.
Bye-bye. I don't know why my phone's talking.
Babies!
Yes.
My phone's talking about murder. Shocker.
Shocker.
It's insane.
Right.
You can see how quickly the numbers dwindle. So we had 26 follicles, 23 eggs, 21 could be fertilized, only 10 fertilized, and then only 6 that made it to blastocyst.
Yeah.
So we were like excited and like super thankful, but we were a little bit nervous because we're like, well, what if,
Because basically for that genetic testing, they basically test them to see if they're normal or abnormal, and with a bunch of other stuff, but that's kind of the main thing, and grading them on like basically how like good the quality is of that embryo. And so if they're abnormal, we're not able to use it, and so
they won't transfer them because they won't grow to a healthy baby and they will not produce a live birth, basically.
Right. And so the numbers are already like shrinking quite fast.
Right.
And so like obviously, like she said, we're excited, but we're also like kind of in that like, oh man, what's gonna happen, right? Like, all right, God, we're believing, so yeah.
So the embryologist calls us, she tells us we have 6 embryos, she froze them, sent cells off for the 6, and that we would have to wait 2 to 3 weeks to get the genetic that's a mouthful.
Yeah.
To get the genetic testing results. So we are like, okay, I completely compartmentalize and I go, I am not even going to think about this. I'm just going to pretend like this isn't even happening. Because if I allow myself to think about it all, it was going to be excruciating for those.
That's pretty much every guy's trick with everything in life.
So I've heard.
Yeah, you just throw it in a box and in the back of your mind, and you don't think of it until it comes up. So
we both throw it in the box and pitch it to the back of our head.
Yeah.
And one of the most amazing things about us living in Waco now is that we get to participate and be a part of family outings with my family that we haven't been able to be a part of ever, really, in the history of our marriage.
Yep.
And that I haven't been able to be a part of for like over 10 years. And so one of the things that my mom does with my grandparents, one set of my grandparents, is she goes to the movies with them on like a Tuesday of every month. And something really cool is Christian and I, when we lived in Minnesota, we made it a habit that Tuesday was our day off and that we went to the movies every Tuesday. So my Mima was out of town, but my mom, Christian, and I went to go see a movie with my papa. And so we're in the movie theater, and my sister Shalistar, who works at the clinic that we have been using in Nashville, is blowing up my phone. Like, hey, you need to answer your phone. The clinic is gonna call you. Please make sure that you answer. And I'm like, hey, I'm in the movies. Like, I'll call them when we're out. And she's like, no, this is urgent. Like, you have to answer your phone. So within like probably 2 minutes, so I'm leaning over to Christian. I'm like, hey, I guess the clinic's gonna call us. So not even 2 minutes later, my phone starts ringing.
Yeah.
So
it's the clinic.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we lean over to her mom. We're like, hey, the clinic's calling us. We got to take this. We can't wait on that. So we both get up. We had the whole theater to ourselves. So it's not like we were a big disruption, but we left the theater.
Quickly got up.
Yeah.
And I'm like, hey, can you please hold on for a second?
Yeah. So we go out into the hallway, and you'll see the clip right here.
I'm looking for Karen.
Yes, this is her. Thank you for holding. Sorry, we were in a movie.
No, that's okay. Can you confirm your date of birth for me? Perfect. I could have your genetic test results. Do you want me to share those with you right now?
I don't even know how that's possible. They said that it would be 2 weeks, and they sent it out last Thursday, right?
Yeah.
That is insane. Okay, yes, we want to know the results.
Okay, so there were 3 normal and 3 abnormal.
Okay.
Okay, and do you want to know the grades and genders of them?
Do you want to know the genders and the grades, babe?
I guess.
Yeah, okay, let's do it. Okay. Sorry. Okay, so...
Okay.
Yeah, sorry, I'm just...
No, you're good. It's an emotional process for sure.
Alright, thank you so much.
You're welcome. If you have any other questions, just let me know, okay?
Okay, that sounds good. Have a great day.
You too.
Okay, bye-bye.
Yes. So we came out with 3 embryos.
3 healthy, normal embryos. We're so excited, and we were just praying and believing that God would give us just at least one, because it just takes one, you know?
Yeah.
And so when we got the results and we heard that there were 3, I think the initial shock of all of the information that we were given on that phone call was just a lot.
Yeah, and it was like a week and a half later?
Oh, that was the other part that we didn't say,
Yeah.
is that it was only like 10 days after they sent
It
maybe
off.
not even that much.
Yeah.
5 days?
I don't know, something crazy. It was super fast. It was not 2 to 3 weeks. It was more like, it felt like literally like, all right, we'll call you in a couple weeks, and then we hung up and they called us right back.
Yeah,
like,
that
hey,
is-
we have your results.
That is definitely what it felt like. So we were both like very emotional and just kind of in shock. And we're like having to go back in the theater and act like everything is normal because, you know, we up until like last week, we weren't going to share publicly the number of embryos that we had.
Yeah.
That was something that we were going to keep private, but we just felt like after discussing it more that it was just something else that we felt like we needed to praise God about and that we needed to share. And so we go through the movie. My mom, I know, is dying to find out like what's going on. So my mom and I go to the bathroom after the movie's over, and you can see me telling her right now. Okay, so they called with our genetic results.
So we're sitting in the movie.
Right.
And your phone starts ringing.
Right, it's like blowing up, yep.
And then you're like, it's the clinic.
Yeah.
And I'm like, answer it.
So we ran out. Christian filmed the call. So, they sent our cells out for genetic testing. So there were 6 embryos that they sent out. So 3 of them were normal and 3 of them were abnormal. So we for sure have 3 embryos.
Babies!
Can you believe it?
Yes! I can't believe it.
It's real.
Of course it's real. Crazy girl. Of course it's real. Thank you, Jesus.
I love you.
I love you.
And it was very cute. That's very cute. And then that lady at the end, perfect.
And we shared it with a couple of people that are really close to us. So you'll see, some clips of that, Christian's family and a couple of dear friends of ours in Minnesota.
Minnesota. Yeah.
And so that brings us to right now. So today is a Wednesday, and I have yet again started injections.
Woo. Day 5, right?
Today is day 5. Yeah. Today's day 5.
You texted me this morning.
And Christian has given me 2 shots so far.
Yes.
And you've done so great.
Oh, thank you. I was a little I felt like kind of confident when they're like, "Hey, you're gonna do the shots." I'm like, "Cool." I'd watched her mom do it on FaceTime 100 times. I was like, "I got this." No, it's very nerve-wracking, and like I say, I don't know if we'll do the audio for those videos, but in one of the videos, I think it's the very first one, I'm like, she goes, "So how do you feel?" And I'm like, "Well, I've never stabbed anyone before, so that's a little weird, and so, but."
And I've never shown my belly all over the internet multiple times before, but here we are.
Here we are.
We're all doing things that we didn't think that we were going to be doing.
If it makes you feel any better, I can show my belly on the internet right now.
Go ahead.
Okay.
I didn't think you were actually going to do it.
I'll do it for you. It's only fair,
So,
right?
yeah. So we're on day 5 of shots. This time it's going to be a lot of shots over a long period of time.
Yes, a long time.
So the current injections that I'm on, I will be on until the end of October. But during that time, I will start another set of injections that I will have to continue taking through the first trimester of pregnancy should this transfer go successfully, which we believe it is going to. And so it's just lots of oral medications and other kinds of medications that I will spare you the details of here on the internet. But it's a lot. Let me just tell you, it's a lot. But it's going to be great. And so right now we are 2 weeks away from me heading back to Nashville and being present near the clinic for this transfer process. So it'll be very similar to our egg retrieval process in that I will have ultrasound and blood work appointments pretty much every other day, every 2 days while I'm there. I'll be there for almost a full month. The difference this time is my friend Rachel is gonna fly down from Minnesota.
Woo, Rachel.
And she is going to drive me to Nashville and stay for a couple of days. And then the second week that I'm there, my mom's gonna fly out and stay the week with us and accompany me to my appointments, give me my shots. And then the third week, Christian will be coming.
Yes, I'll fly out. We already have my ticket and everything. And then I get to be there when they do the transfer.
Yeah.
So I'm really excited about that because, like, it was really hard not being there this last time with her.
Yeah.
Because the first time we went, it was hard for other reasons, you know, with the whole cyst thing and all of that. But, like, I felt like almost like the second time was like, it was like, man, I kind of got cheated. Like, I didn't get to be a part of that, like, part, you know?
Yeah.
And, you know, I know that it was a lot for you emotionally and just everything. And so not to be able to be there, just even, I can't, you still have to do it, but, like, to be there to give you a hug and to just comfort you and all of that, like, it was hard to not be there, and I know it was hard for you to not have me there because you said it multiple times in the videos. Cried a couple times. I cried once.
Only
here.
a couple.
But yeah, and so I'm very excited that I get to be there for the final week, the most important time. You know, to be there for the transfer itself, and yeah, so I'm excited.
So, if everything goes according to plan, which you never know what's going to happen, you never know how your body's going to respond, but we are believing and trusting that everything's going to go great. We will have our transfer at the end of August, early November, and
Nope.
August.
You said August.
Okay, I'll start over.
Okay. You're like, I'm saying it on purpose, and I'm like, I don't think you think what.
Are. Why did you make me sound like Schmidt? Is that what I sound like?
No, I just sound
Am
like
I
Schmidt.
Schmidt?
No, I'm Schmidt.
I'm Jess.
Yeah.
You're Schmidt? You're Nick, 100%.
I'm Nick with a hint of Schmidt.
God.
Got a little Schmidt on my shirt, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay. Listen, we need to get back on track. If everything goes according to plan, which we are believing that it will, but you know, you never know how your body's going to respond and if they have to increase medications or whatever. If everything goes according to plan, then our transfer will be at the end of October, early November. And we are so excited, and we will, of course, continue to bring you on the journey with us. And here's what we need from you. Number one, we need prayer.
Yeah.
We, as Christian has said, and as I have said countless times, this has been incredibly taxing, emotionally, physically, mentally, financially, in every way that there can be.
Yeah.
It has been very taxing. And so if
Even
you
taxes have been taxing.
if you will continue to lift us up, pray for us, continue to speak life over my body, and just over my reproductive system, that it would respond exactly the way that it is supposed to, and pray over the embryo, that when it is transferred, that it will implant and it will grow and it will do exactly what it's supposed to, and that we will have a successful pregnancy test. So we have to wait 2 weeks after the transfer in order to have the blood test, which will confirm that we are pregnant. And so,
but when you have that test, if it all goes well, which we're believing, and you'll be 4 weeks.
yeah, I'll be considered 4 weeks pregnant at that point.
Go
It's
on.
really insane.
It's crazy.
So, yeah, a lot of information. So number one, if you can just pray for us, we would so appreciate it.
Yeah.
Number two, if you haven't already, please subscribe to our channel and keep up with everything that's going on with us. It really helps us out, and our desire for this channel is that we would be able to share and spread just goodness, encouragement, love, and just tell our story and share with other people that they aren't alone when they're going through big, hard things, and that God loves them. And so if you
regardless of what those big hard things are.
Yes. And so if you will subscribe to our channel, share these videos. We have heard so many testimonies over the last couple of weeks of people really close to us just calling us and going, hey, I shared your story with this couple. One guy that we know has already shared our videos and just our testimony of what God has done so far with like 4 different couples. And so it's just, our heart is that other people, and really the only reason we're sharing all of this and created the House of Eades channel and our website and all of that, is because we want people to know that they are not alone. And we want people to know that it's okay if you're not okay, and that if you're going through big, hard things, it's okay to talk about it. There is a space to talk about things that are hard and heavy, and you will be met there. That you're not gonna share this, open your heart and share these vulnerable things and it's gonna fall empty, that there's a space for you and there's a purpose for your life. And so if you'll share that, we would so appreciate it. The third thing that you could do is just consider partnering with us financially. As we've shared before, this process is a huge financial burden, and God has been so faithful the entire way since we started this process. Here's the crazy thing. We started testing and this entire process a year ago. October of 2021 is when we started all of this. And the fact that I'm going back a year later, October of 2022, to go through with the transfer is just amazing. But if you would just consider giving a gift or a donation, we would so appreciate it. If you're local in Minnesota, our friend Rachel is throwing a Hike for Baby Eades fundraiser on October 15th. If you want more information about that, we will share the information in the caption of this video. We'd love for you to come and be a part of that. We have a GoFundMe account as well, or you can give to us financially on Venmo at Christian Eades, just his first and last name. Our current financial goal is $4,000. We're believing God for this money by the middle of October. It feels super overwhelming to say that out loud, but God is faithful, and we just had somebody literally 3 or 4 days ago that gave $1,000. And so we, again, are just blown away by God and his faithfulness, and we know that he's going to meet this need.
Yeah.
Anything else?
Woo! I'm like, it's getting, we're
babies!
so close,
That's what my mom says. Babies, babies, babies.
Yeah, we are so close. And so we're both really excited. But yeah, again, praying for us will do us so much.
Yes.
And for our emotions, for our mental health space, for just our physical bodies. What a lot of you guys maybe don't know about Cherith is that she has a lot of like physical health issues that are like more of like genetic stuff that like she just has because her family had it and those types of things, and it makes it very difficult for her to get around and do just normal things like bending over or picking things up or whatever, and so if you can just be in agreement with us that her back is going to be healed, we would so appreciate that. And on top of that, I am going through a lot of dental work right now. I just had 4 teeth removed. Again, genetics. Again, God has just provided, and Starbucks has been a vehicle that God has used, and we're so thankful for it. And so I have to have 3 root canals and 3 crowns done on Monday. So it's Wednesday right now. On Thursday of last week, I had the 4 teeth removed. So the next week, I gotta get 3 root canals. So it's a lot, and that's not even all of it. So just, again, be praying for us, because God is doing a lot in our lives, and there's a lot going on. And, obviously, the most important thing for us is that this baby process goes the way that we know it's going to, and that we get to the place that we want to be with this baby. And but there's still regular life and all of the other things that come with it. And so again, just your prayers will be huge.
I think that's it. We love you. Thank you for watching. We are just so excited that you're here and that you've been coming along with us for this insane journey. And if you would come back next week, we are going to be sharing about suicide awareness. September is Suicide Awareness Month. That is something that is very important and very near and dear to both Christian and I, because of some circumstances that we walked through ourselves. And so we're going to be talking a little bit about that next week, and we would love to have you with us and a part of the conversation. So we love you so much. Have a great week, and we will see you later.
See ya.
Bye.
What's a tenor for our song?
What did you just ask me?
Country music, it all kind of sounds very similar to me, so like I don't, like I can pick out Garth Brooks, but like
Because he's from Oklahoma?
No, just because my sister listened to him a lot when we were younger.
No, Tim McGraw has so many.
Yeah, I know.
Live Like You Were Dying.
Live like you were dying.